Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the airport. It's one of my favorite times to be up here. It's before 7 a.m. Place is quiet. Time to get some practice again in 5-2 Lima. So we're going to head up here locally in the Clarksburg pattern, do some landings, and then work on some landings back here at Fairmont this morning, as well as check out some of the equipment in the airplane. So come along.
Information, Romeo 1153, Zulu observation, wind calm, visibility 10 miles, ceiling 8,500, overcast, temperature 112.06, altimeter 3006, runway 21 use driving aircraft to expect visual approach. Advise initial contact, you have information, Romeo.
Alright, we have Romeo. Alright, so welcome back. Today's objective is simple. We're going to head out, do a few laps in Clarksburg, and then get a landing or two here at Fairmont, and then put the airplane away. Just to get back into the feel of things, just to feel this plane, the way that it behaves, to be comfortable in this plane again, and also check out some of the avionics and make sure things are working there appropriately as well. We'll talk about the panel while we're in flight. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima now taking runway 23, making a slight left-hand turn out direct Clarksburg Airport. Fairmont traffic. Alright, on the brakes, we'll do a full static run up here, make sure the engine looks good, and then we'll get out. Right rudder, airspeeds coming alive. There's 30, there's 40. 50, 60, a little encouragement. We'll climb out at VX for a minute. And we'll prepare to make a left-hand turn towards Clarksburg here in just about a couple hundred more feet. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, off runway 23, climbing through 1,800, slight left-hand turn out direct Clarksburg Airport, Fairmont traffic. So let's go ahead and turn over here. We're 8 miles to Clarksburg. We'll give them a call. Clarksburg Tower, Skyhawk 3852 Lima is 8 miles north with Romeo, inbound for the option.
Skyhawk 3852 Lima, Clarksburg Tower, make approach straight in, runway 21, cleared option.
Alright, we'll approach straight in for runway 21, clear for the option, 3852 Lima. Alright, so we've been cleared for the option. We've got about 300 feet to go to our cruising altitude. And we can go direct Clarksburg from here. We're pretty much direct Clarksburg from here. I see the airport. Engine instruments in the green. And we'll do a checklist here before we, in fact, let's go ahead, once we level off at 2,500, and we'll go ahead and load the approach here. Let's go procedure, approach, ILS 21, activate. Okay. And here is 2,500, let's level off. Build up just a little bit of airspeed. We don't need to get going super fast because we're just gonna approach the land here. Go ahead and trim appropriately. And let's check our glide slope needle and also our nav needle. So you can see here, on our G5, the lateral navigation is coming into play. So we'll use it for our lateral guidance. Alright, fuel selectors on both. Mixture's full rich. We'll get flaps and airspeed here as we get going. Undercarriage mixture, prop, switches, seat belts are secured. Alright, let's get our first notch flap. Let's get power pulled back to like a little bit more. Let's go like 1,700 even. First notch of flaps. Get a descent coming.
Two-mile final runway 21.
All right, let's get 20 degrees flaps. This will teach us like a base leg. Keep that nose down. Let's pitch a little bit for, we're still high, so let's pull a little power back. We're going to pitch for 80 here for now. Get our 30 degrees of flaps. Start pitching for 70. And trimming for it. Probably could even pull out just a little more power. There's some sink. That's what we were trying to do. Little power. Power's out. Greaser. Flaps up. Carb heat in. Full power. Engine's in the green. Rotation. Climb out at VY. Perfect. Super happy with that. It's all about speed management. Now it's also, in fairness, super easy to do on a nice smooth day like today. So let's do another one. Let's do another normal landing. Tower 52 Lima, request left traffic.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, left traffic approved.
All right, left traffic for 21, 52 Lima.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, runway 21, cleared option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, Skyhawk 52 Lima. All right. Fuel selectors on both. Gear is down and locked. Mixture is full rich. Prop, switches, seat belts. All right, pretty much a beam our touchdown point. Let's go ahead and get configured. That means carb heat. That means power. That means we're inside the white arc. 10 degrees of flaps. We'll go ahead and let that nose come on over. And fly this at around 90 miles per hour or so. And we'll use trim, as always, in every power change to maintain these airspeeds. We're cheating in just a skosh, but I think we're okay here. And when our touchdown point is about 45 or so off our shoulder, we'll go ahead and turn base. Let's turn base. Looking real nice here. A little more rudder. This plane requires more rudder than the 235. I'm noticing, to stay coordinated. The 235 does not seem to have as much adverse yaw. Some of it could be airspeed related, I suppose, faster speeds, but I'm not completely sure about that. All right, we're slowing here. Slowing to 80, so we'll pitch for that. It's feeling pretty good, really. We'll stay at 80 here. Keep that nice descent coming. Maybe a touch of power, might be getting just a little low. Final looks clear. Go ahead and turn a final. Once we come out of this final turn, we'll start pitching for 70. Get our 30 degrees of flaps. And start getting that airspeed where we want it and trim. A little high, so we can pull out even a little more power. And we're on the runway. Flaps can come up. Get over on center line. Flaps are verified up. Carbeat's going in. Nice and easy with the engine. Let's get trimmed too. Don't need to crush the engine in. In the green, rotation. 2 landings. VY. Tower 52 Lima is downwind for 2-1, and this time on the go, we'll be departing south to Fairmont.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, roger, runway 21, cleared option.
Clear for the option, runway 21, 52 Lima. All right, here we go. So we go carb heat coming in. Power's coming back easily. We're in the white arc already. There's 10 degrees. Let's get the nose over. Start a nice descent. Trim. Trim, trim, trim for 90 miles per hour, which is about 79 knots, it looks like. Good to know. And then after we turn base, we get 20 degrees of flaps, and we start going for 80. So let's turn our base here. Lots of rudder, keeping coordinated, and a little back pressure in the turn to counteract the loss of vertical lift from the horizontal. There's a nice square base. Let's start getting slowed to, we'll go and get second notch, that'll help. Get slowed to 80. Final approach looks clear to me. There is 80. I'm going to keep all this just how it is, I think, for now. Maybe pull out just a touch of power. Of course, we're a little slow, so we could probably pitch a little bit for this 80 here, and then we'll get to 70 on final. All right, final approach is clear. We are going to turn final. Keeping coordinated on glide slope. And let's go 30 degrees. Start slowing to 70. Pull out a little power. Actually, I think this is going to be nice. Leave everything right where it is. Just a touch of power. Let's pull back to like 1500 RPM or so. Actually, we can get rid of some more power even.
Clarksburg Tower, 3 Whiskey Victor, 2 miles southwest. Helicopter 3 Whiskey Victor, clear to land, taxiway Alpha, wind calm, traffic departing runway 21 Skyhawk. Clear land, taxiway Alpha, and I traffic in sight.
Nice. Carpet goes in, flaps can come up. Very nice. Mixture's rich, trim is set. Let's go full power. No hesitation on the engine. It felt good. Engine's in the green. Airspeed's alive. Get on center line. Stay there. Rotate.
Skyhawk 52 Lima will be looking for landing helicopter track. Will be at your 1 o'clock, just the southwest side of the departure in there.
All right, I have the helicopter in sight. 52 Lima.
Skyhawk 52 Lima, and keep that traffic in sight. You can make a right turn out to Fairmont at your discretion.
All right, we'll turn behind the helicopter. Right-hand turn out to Fairmont. 52 Lima. That's cool. There comes the chopper. We'll get above where he was. Awesome. That is so cool. All right, so now let's go direct, nearest airport, 4 Golf 7, activate. And now we'll get a course to Fairmont. These are all great tools for situational awareness and taking the load off of you when you're flying. And I'm actually going to put, let's set our altitude heading here to 2,500. I'm going to put 122.8 in COM 2 and start monitoring it because I know there's other traffic at Fairmont this morning because I saw them and talked to them this morning. So I keep losing my direct 2 line. Desired track is 030, so we'll just put a heading bug in here in case that keeps disappearing. Let's go direct, activate. 031 is our desired heading. All right, let's build up a little speed. Cruise checklist, trim, adjust, mixture, lean.
Skyhawk 5 to Lima, Clark, got a question.
Go ahead for 5 to Lima.
Skyhawk 5 to Lima, you guys got any CFIs that run training out of that club plane?
Affirm, we actually have 2, we're going to have a 3rd, and we added a 2nd plane to the club. We got a nice 235 in there now as well, so we're looking for new members.
Roger, thank you.
Affirm. All right, let's pull this back. How cool was that to get a question about a club in the plane? All right, so let's go. We'll cruise back at like 2250, level up here about 2,800. Trim for this. We could lean a little. We've got an EGT. One thing I haven't tested since it came out of the shop. The EGT is working, so let's mess with that a little bit on the way back. We have a very short amount of time to do it. The gauge is definitely working. We're definitely getting leaner here. Still climbing. EGT still climbing. There. That's going to be peak EGT, so we would enrich in now about 50 degrees rich of that, and that would be leaning. And we're listening to Fairmont here, so we know we haven't heard any calls. We will make a call here if we do not hear anything. I do not have ADSB traffic working currently, which is a little bit nerve-wracking. We're 7. In fact, let's make a call.
Skyhawk 5 to Lima, no traffic observed between you and Fairmont Airport. Free exchange brief, have a good day.
All right, over to advisory for 5-2 Lima. Have a good one. All right, so let's flip-flop this for 7 miles south. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 3852 Lima, 7 miles south at 2,800. Going to be entering left downwind for runway 23, Fairmont traffic. We'll slowly enrich in. Landing lights still on. Gas on both. Mixture to go. Undercarriage. Propped seats and seat belts. All right, let's keep our eyes peeled here for traffic. Let's set our heading bug up for 23. The reference. And we'll start a real easy descent. So to do that, I'm just going to pull.
477, left downwind, 26, Ross Saver.
Pull back a little power. We're close to carb heat temp, so I'm going to go ahead and crack it in. And we'll start enriching here a little as we go down. Let's just start a nice easy descent here. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 52 Lima, 4 miles southwest, ascending out of 2,700 for left downwind, runway 23, Fairmont. All right, we'll put at least one on the ground here at Fairmont. Maybe we'll get a second one in. We're close enough. Let's go full rich, carb heat, and we'll set our heading, our altitude bug at 2,000 RPM, or 2,000 feet. That is pattern altitude at Fairmont, 500 to go. It's going to time out just about right, I think, for entering the downwind. I see the field. Fairmont 52 Lima, entering left downwind, runway 23, Fairmont traffic. Keeping our eyes out for other aircraft, because there is another one I know flying this morning. All right, let's get here to 2,000. I would say we are a beam, our touchdown point. Let us go ahead and start configuring. That is carb heat, that is power, reduction, inside the white arc, has 10 degrees of flaps, and that is descent, 90. All right, trim for 90, quit pulling back on the yoke. That'll help us the whole way. All right, looking real fine here. I'm gonna turn a base here in just a second.
500.
Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 52 Lima, turning left base, runway 23 Fairmont. Slow to 80 over in our base turn. There's the beautiful city of Fairmont, 20 degrees of flaps. Get slowing down. Final looks clear as far as I can see. There's a nice view of Fairmont. 52 Lima, turning final, runway 23, Fairmont traffic. All right, let's get slow into 70.
Short final runway 23
30
at 4
degrees
Golf
flaps.
7. Warning.
Lots of
Airport
power
not in
because we are
current route.
high, high, high. And Fairmont, 52 Lima, clear 523 Fairmont. Let's taxi back. Let's do, we got time for one more. We got time for one more pattern at Fairmont. Let's do one more landing here. And Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 52 Lima is taking runway 23. Going to be left closed traffic, Fairmont. All right, finals clear. Nobody in the pattern. Use all the runway. Off the brakes. Engine's in the green, making good power. Flaps are up. Lots of right rudder. Rotate. Fuel selector, mixture. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, seat belts, switches, lights are on. We are set up. We'll get carb heat here in a second, and we are almost a beam already. Let's go ahead and set up. So we go carb heat on, power, back, and hold the nose up to slow. There's the white arc. There's 10 degrees of flaps, and here comes our descent at 90. Let's work on airspeed control, seriously. Let's do a better job of that this time. All right, there's about a 45, so let's think about our base turn. And Fairmont, 52 Lima turning left base now for runway 23, Fairmont. All right, so let's pitch for speed. We're a little fast, keep coordinated here. Pull a little power out. We'll get our second notch going right here. Right rudder on the rollout, second notch flaps, slow into 80, pulling back a little power. Keep that nose up, get slowed down here. All right, final approach is looking clear to me. Feeling better about this, speed-wise, and everything-wise, truthfully. Fairmont traffic, Skyhawk 52 Lima now turning final, runway 23, Fairmont. All right, let's work on airspeed control. This looks much, much better. Here's 30. Start slowing to 70. Pitch for that, and then let's see where we settle in. If we need some power adjustments, we'll do that then. Yep, this is looking fine. There comes the sink. Yeah. It's all about pitching for your airspeed. It's one of the basic things you learn, but it is so critical. Like even now I can pull out a little power, maybe all my power, truthfully. Yep, we're at idle already. Fine. No complaints about that.
Well, there you go. Another day at the airport, another flight in, and feeling much better after knocking out a few landings today. It's always good to know your limitations, to honor them, especially when you have a low time hour count like me and you're working between different airplanes. So just make sure you're comfortable. It was really helpful today to get out there and feel the airplane again. So thanks for riding along. Be sure to like the video if you liked it, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you real soon.